Before I get to Argyle, I just want to quickly thank you for being one of the reasons Michelle Pfeiffer came out of her brief acting hiatus in 2007 for Stardust. I love that movie, and I think any reason that gets her out there is betters the world. So thank you.
Well, thank her for doing it. So, I'm grateful for her for jumping aboard.
And Stardust was obviously the first time you collaborated with Henry Cavill. Could you sense his star power back then? And was he always your first choice for Agent Argyle?
Yeah, I got to say, if someone asked me what my superpower in life is, it would say it'd be picking young actors that are going to one day blossom into movie stars. And I felt that whether it was about Henry Cavill or Daniel Craig or Tom Hardy or Jennifer Lawrence, like I'll go on and on and on and on. And people go, well, how do you do it? And I'm like, well, just meet them. It's obvious, but if you haven't, if you, so Henry, I always knew would become what he became. And on this movie, I said to Henry, I said, look, I need someone who could play like a James Bond character, but imagine he's 50% Sean Connery and 50% Roger Moore. That is what I need. And I knew he could do it because he's got the strength and the suaveness of Connery, but he can do the one eye, eyebrow raise in pure Roger Moore style. So yeah, and he's a lovely guy as well. And it's a lot easier making, working with people you like
Mm,
is just makes everything far more positive.
yeah. And the promo surrounding this film has we've it's fed into like the mysterious of Elly Conway, like the novel series, who the real Argyle is, like the Taylor Swift
Mhm.
theory. Like, did you expect people to run away with the theories as much as they have?
No. I knew something was up when my daughter came up to me and she sorry, I'll blow my nose quickly. I've been traveling so much. Sorry. My daughter came up to me saying, Dad, I want to meet Taylor Swift. I was like, yeah, I bet you do. She goes, no, 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 you didn't tell me she wrote the book. And I was like, she did not write the book. And and then I said, what are you talking about? And then she showed me the online noise. And it was really convincing enough for me to go, oh, wait, hold on. Is there something I should know? But she didn't write the book, and there's just a lot of coincidences, but life is sometimes strong, is strange. I mean, as I said, and it's funny, we were talking about it now. I think people are asking a lot about Elly Conway, and I'm hoping the real Elly Conway will be revealed very soon because I got to stop telling people it's not Taylor Swift to be someone who say it is. Meet Elly Conway. I can give you a clue. Australian.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I mean, in typical fashion with this movie, like nothing's as we expect. So yes, I certainly wasn't expecting an Australian to be mentioned. So now that'll give me, I mean, now I'll just look for everything possible. Is it one of those things where are there hints at all that you've dropped anywhere else?
No, there wasn't meant to be any. It was meant to be keeping it quiet. It was meant to be they didn't want to be known,
Yeah.
now, but the Taylor Swift thing has put such a burning spotlight on it that it's becoming it feels rude not to just say here it is. But I'm not the publisher, so this is the publisher. If I was the publisher, I'd be saying it's boom, now bugger off.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
And on the mention of Ellie, like you start here at book number 4. Was there
Yes.
always a reason for that? Like, or did that happen quite organically when you were,
Oh yeah,
you
no,
know?
it had to be because imagine if this was, we made this, this was J.K. Rowling and a wizard had come up to her and said, "Hey, guess what? Magic is real." And then she's like, "Oh my God," and Voldemort isn't Voldemort, but there's a guy like Voldemort and he's going to kill you. So come with me and here's my magic flute and we're going to fly off on that, whatever, right? Um, but for that to happen and for her to be a world-class author, you got to do book 3 or book 4,
Yeah.
because otherwise you can't be the biggest success if and be at a book launch and it already be massive. Book 1 would have made no sense. So we had to go further into it. Um, but the book 1 is book 1, and it's all about how a long-haired ponytail young man becomes a flat top super spy.
Yeah, I will say that reveal, the post credit reveal, was made me very very excited for the future of this series, and whatever other series are out there, what we'll say. So no, thank you so much for taking the time out, and yeah, just for giving us a spy film that likes to never play by the rules, I think. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you. That's the well, I love that you like Stardust as well, because the log line for that probably only Australians and British people would understand when we said it's the fairy tale that won't behave, and
Yeah.
sounds like you understood it. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cool.